Hi guys and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Zwannda, and in this video I'll be talking about how to manage financial pressures. Okay, so to be honest, financial pressures comes left, right and center. It can come from family, it can come from friends, sometimes from social media. Like, we're just living in a world of expectations, so it's more of how do you manage your own needs from what people expect from you, right? And also, how do you not adopt other people's needs for you as your own? Okay, so looking at what's currently happening, the world is moving too fast. Like, we're living in the side hustle world, we're living in an entrepreneurship world. So if you don't fall on that category, you may feel like, am I even living when it comes to those financial things? Like, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing when it comes to finances? If you're not tapping into any kind of side hustle. I saw a trend, I think it was last year, saying 9 to 5 is a slavery type of thing. You're working for someone, you need to work for you. Like, there is a lot, to be honest. There's a lot, and constantly hearing these things can make you feel like you need to do things which in your own normal sense you wouldn't even be doing. Okay, also looking at social media, people are constantly posting their successes. There's nothing wrong with that. People are constantly posting their successes, their graduation, their milestones, their cars. I've bought 5 houses. Those are good things. However, as someone who is watching that consistently, as human beings, there is a way in which we are wired. Everything that we view, we reflect it against something. It could be against ourselves, it could be against other things, but we are just people of comparison. So the unfortunate part is, when you're constantly watching those things, you may be tempted to gauge that as a standard in which you need to measure yourself against. And it's a nice thing, right? It's a nice thing. It's happening every day. You're consuming it every day. Your mind can tend to think that that's what you should be doing, or that's where you should be, right? And you start feeling like, oh, am I even doing enough, right? So those feelings are with everyone, literally, especially if you're on the social media streets, or just by yourself. Sometimes at home they can just say, hey, look who is who and who you went to the same school with, same university. Look at them, this is what they're doing, what are you doing, right? So the pressures comes from different angles. The wrong cycle of friends, the people who buy the same cars. Like, I think that thing is stupid, excuse me, because to be honest, we are never in the same level. We don't come from the same backgrounds. So the idea of thinking that we can go and buy the same cars really doesn't make sense for me, because that's where comparison comes from. If we are buying the same car, then where do we stay? We're most likely to want to stay in the same neighborhood. Someone is compromising something which is important to them for them to fit into that world. So how do we deal with that? And I will be short on this, because really, guys, like, it's not like I'm an expert or anything, but this is the things which I personally use to make sure that I stay real to myself and not get consumed to think that the things which are happening around me, it's the things which I'm supposed to be doing. So I wrote just four things that you can use to mitigate this feeling, the pressure that comes with everything that's happening. One, embrace your journey, right? This is so obvious, but somehow our mind just don't get it, that each and every person's journey will be different. Some will be early successes, other will be successful in their late ages. Embrace your journey. Every step of your journey matters. Where you are matters. Be present, people. Be present in where you are, right? Most of the time we are rushing to get somewhere, and we don't even know what's gonna happen where we are so pressured to get to, right? And it could be that where we are, it's actually the best place. And if you start embracing your journey, if you start embracing where you are, you start becoming content with what you have as well. And then if you're a believer, you actually know that, okay, before I was born, God knew me, and he knows my path. So why not just rely on him and what he has in store for me, right? It's such a difficult thing to be still and embrace what's currently happening around you, loving the people around you, caring for them, enjoying the moment and everything that you have at that particular time. And it doesn't mean that you don't have needs. You do have needs. However, you're just grateful for what you currently have at that time, right? Another thing in which I think about it is, most of the time when you start thinking, hey, maybe I should be having this, maybe I should be having that, start thinking about the things which you already have. That will bring you into like a better senses of being grateful of the things which you currently have, and work towards your goals. It's fine to work towards your goals. So speaking about your goals, set goals according to where you are, right? Most of the time, this pressure comes because we want to attain everything and anything that is trendy, anything that we are seeing. Right now, there is a pressure of property. Everybody just want to buy property or become property investor. There's nothing wrong with being a property investor, but set those goals according to where you are. If you still need to build a house at home, embrace that, because it's part of your journey. Do it happily so and celebrate it, because guys, we cannot minimize our own successes because it doesn't match other people's. If that's not what you're doing in your life, then good for you. I will do what I'm supposed to be doing in my life and celebrate it. Don't let anyone minimize the size of your own goal which you have set and which is aligned with your steps, right? So set goals according to where you are and then progress from there. Like, don't jump from one step to 10 steps, because a lot of times, if you think about it, you'll find that things are possible, but then ways in which you can do them will be so painful for you because you're jumping a lot of steps. Okay, for an example, let's say you want to just go and join property investment. You just started working because property investment is trending. You might find yourself into debt that you cannot pay. You might find that you're buying a property in places where there's no clients as well. So just set goals according to where you are, and follow those steps. Okay, so social media is the biggest influencer, by the way. As the biggest influencer of us feeling inadequate, right? Because what I think about social media is that it's a collection of people's highest moments. People actually post on social media because they know that the output is likes. Everyone, when you post, you know it's gonna be liked. There is no one who posts on social media thinking this thing is not gonna be liked. No. The engagement on social media is based on likability. So on its own, social media, it's wrong because it's based on likability. And who says we must survive according to how much we are liked? That's just a wrong mentality. So what that drives is that we post things which we know people will like. And all of us. And if you're not posting for that reason, please let me know in the comments why you're posting, right? So because of that, we post our highest moments, we post our graduation, we post our cars, we post. So if you start judging yourself according to people's collection of highest moments, you're not doing justice to yourself, right? So please stop thinking that social media is a standard. Every single person is failing. Every single person is being sad. Like, don't be fooled. There is no one who is consistently happy. Like, don't be fooled. Like, life is a cycle. You need to be sad so you can be happy. You need to be able to know what sad means for you to understand what happiness means. And it's happening to everyone, literally. We can manage it differently, but it's happening to all of us. We feel sad sometimes, we feel happy sometimes. So don't be fooled to think that there are people who are consistently being at the high. It's just that's what social media kind of seek from us, and therefore we give that to social media. So stop judging yourself according to social media standards. Take time, if you may, and write your own stuff down and just reflect against those things, right? It's okay to be inspired by someone, but don't ever feel like you want to be them, you are envious of them, or you want their life. Because to be honest, if you're to get into other people's lives, you will see that really it's not really worth it. You have more peace than they do. Okay, lastly, Set non-material goals. This is something which I'm learning right now, and this is simply because I am so passionate about finance. So a lot of my the goals that I write down are more linked to money, are more linked to achievements that I want to do. So now I'm learning to set up non-materialistic goals. Like, I want to be healthy. Like this year, one of my main non-materialistic goals was nurturing relationships. Like, because your life is meaningful even outside of not achieving certain materialistic goals. So to relieve yourself off of the financial pressure of the world, is to also have pressures about your emotions, about your physical, about your other aspects of life, because life doesn't revolve only around money. There is like spirituality that you need to look after. So set up other goals outside of your financial goals. Allow your life to be defined by other aspects of your life outside of your finances. And that's all from my side. Please let me know how you feel about this video, and if you watched until the end, please give me a purple heart just to show me some love, and also let me know what was the highlight for you and what your take is on the social pressures of the world. Goodbye.